is, and she got her new headphones on.
Got my headphones on. How is it sounding?
Yeah, tell us, guys, if you hear any echo. Emmanuel, does it sound okay to you? How's it sound, my brother? How does it sound?
How does it sound? I can hear you now. I hear an echo, so
You hear an echo?
yep.
Do you have echo cancellation on?
I have everything on like it was last time. I never change it.
Oh,
Um,
you just woke up.
she
You're at
had
wisdom
an
time.
echo. Now I don't hear it.
Oh, you don't?
No, it
Okay,
stopped.
good.
Hi,
All right, so we're
Emmanuel.
doing good.
Yeah, we're good.
Awesome. Let me
No
try
echo now.
something.
Yep, Emmanuel's whatever it was, it's fixed. So
Awesome. 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 Okay. Praise the Lord. All right.
sorry.
Awesome.
Sorry,
Awesome.
I'm a little bit late. I was making
Oh, no, you're
notes
fine.
for today, so I'm a little
You're
behind.
totally, totally fine. So, yeah, Jason will be along hopefully shortly. Yeah, so you see in the graphic at the top of the screen for, well, at least for those that their phones don't get cut off, like a lot of people's Android's phone, I know cuts off at the top. Mine does too. The difference between being a church member rather and watching online ministries, because there is a difference. There's definitely a difference. And I was just saying, what we do here is more like online ministries, because most of you guys that watch us, you're super far away from us. I can't hug your neck. I can't reach out and touch you. You're kind of
Yep.
far away. I can't visit you if you're in the hospital. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's different. It's different. It's different.
It's
Here.
definitely different.
Oh,
Definitely different.
Emmanuel says his iPhone 6S also gets cut off. Wow. So it's not just Androids then.
Wow.
Hopefully they'll fix it. Hopefully they'll eventually fix it.
Yeah.
But um, but yeah, I think the most famous probably verse, and I think I did see it in your list. Yes, it is. Hebrews chapter 10, verse 24 and 25. This is probably the most famous verse concerning this particular topic. And let us consider how to stir one another to love and good works, not neglecting to meet together as the habit of some, as is the habit of some, but encouraging one another, and all the more as you see the day drawing near. So that is probably the most famous verse that's talked about as far as meeting together with a local body of believers. Again, and we're not saying don't watch online ministry, because then that would be saying don't watch us, because that's what we do. But and why would I shoot myself in the foot like that? But you know what I'm saying. So, but we've always said from the beginning of the origination of Jesus did it, that everybody really, 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 you really should have a local body of believers that you are a part of. Now, I know some people obviously can attest. It may not be easy to go out physically to be there because of issues. You have elderly people. That's not my case. I can't go anymore because I have to be with my mom. Keep an eye on her, make sure she's okay, make sure she doesn't do anything too cray cray. um, And with his condition, unless Jesus touches her, unfortunately, it usually gets worse and worse and worse and worse. So, as time goes on, I gotta watch her more and more and more and more and more. So, there's circumstances where you just can't do it anymore. But do I watch my church online? Of course. Do I keep in contact with people that I used to in church? Of course. Yes. Duh. Hey, Benita, what's up? I see you
Hi,
there. What's up? What's up?
Benita. I
So
loved your
it's
picture of your mother, Benita. That was lovely. I
oh, I
think
gotta
she
go see that. I
posted
missed it.
something. Yeah, just yeah. Remembering her mom, right?
Oh,
Yeah,
that's awesome.
yeah.
Speaking of mom,
How's your
make sure
mom
we get
doing?
the right. Anyway, thank God for these cameras, though. Should probably
Yeah.
go back.
Yeah, but it definitely makes such a difference when you know somebody in flesh and blood. There used to be, and we're talking about, I'm talking about back in the 1990s when chat was not, I mean, I think I was on this thing called CompuServe. I don't know if
Mm,
anybody, do you remember CompuServe, Rick?
mm-hmm. Yep.
And I had friends, people that I considered my friends, online that I had met through this group. It was run by a Calvary Chapel church, in the state I was in at the time, and we were a big, huge singles group, and in fact, people were from all over the country,
Hmm.
and so on. But what was interesting was I would get to know them, and we would feel really close. They'd be sharing all these intimate things and everything, and then we'd have this opportunity to what used to be called, and Rick hadn't heard of this before, so maybe you guys haven't either, but it was called Meet in 3D. Have you met in 3D? And that was a phrase that meant, have you met in person? Have you met them? Have you held their, you know what I mean? Have you physically met these people? And it's interesting because I had the opportunity to meet three friends. One was a guy, two women, and we were talking and we were online and we had such a close relationship. But when you met them in person, it was interesting. Not that I didn't love them as brothers and sisters in the Lord, but the connection was different. It
Hmm.
matters what we have with people in person. There's something that happens, and I think in the spirit realm as well, when we gather together in that physical sense, if at all we can, it's a good thing, and it strengthens us and it encourages us and it builds us up, and it also keeps us accountable in a way that just seeing somebody online or on Facebook doesn't do, because you don't get to see everything about our lives, right? You don't, not that even when you go to church you see everything about a person's life, but darn it, you pick up a lot more. You
Hmm.
do. You do. So there's something to be said about really, truly fellowshipping one with another, in that way. And in fact, I'm getting to the point now where I'm starting to feel safe enough to. I'm praying about it now, about going back to physical church. Now, I've been away from it because I've been very, very protective of my mother, being 92, 93 years old, and I don't, you know, and I haven't wanted to risk things, but right now where I am, the numbers for the COVID are way down, like way, 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 way down. So now I'm saying, well, maybe I need to, go back. And there's something in the spirit that happens too when you're praising the Lord together in that physical body of believers. There's an anointing and a power that happens that, nothing else substitutes for it. So
Amen. Also, I was just thinking this because it probably should be addressed too. There's some people that don't go to physical church because they have been church hurt, hurt by
yes,
people in the church. Could be the leadership, could be the pastor himself. Here's Jason, yay! Jason's coming back.
yay,
Or just even just the general members of the church, and they're just you know burnt out, and they don't want anything to do with church people or church in general because they have been hurt, and
yes,
you know
yes,
it's understandable. But here's the thing: when you're at your job and your boss hurts you or your coworkers hurt you, do you quit?
yeah,
Generally, no, unless it's like something insanely abusive. You
yes,
just can't take it
insanely
anymore.
abusive. Yeah,
But generally, you don't quit because you got hurt at your job. So, um, yeah,
yeah.
just something to think about and consider. What's up, brother Jason?
Hey, hey, hey. Sorry, I was running a little late there.
No
No
problem.
I was
problem.
just
I
working on
was
what I was
too.
working on.
No
Sweet.
I was
echo,
too.
Uh,
everybody. No echo. We're good.
no echo. No, I'm good. My
No,
only
I'm
problem
good.
is that I forgot my iPad and I don't have my car Bible either. So, shame
No,
on me.
that's fine.
I mean, if we want to talk about five amazing Muslims touched by God, we can do that. That's about all I got. This is a
those
tricky
those
little
are
book.
those are amazing stories. How
Yeah,
the Lord
aren't they
reaches
great? Oh
Muslims,
my goodness.
so phenomenal. Now, I haven't read that book, okay, but
Yeah.
I have heard the testimonies of brothers and sisters in the Lord. Where God speaks to them in dreams and visions. It's incredible how He actually shows up Himself and talks to them
Hmm.
many times,
Right.
many
Yeah.
times, and it's
He
just
reveals himself
thrilling.
for sure.
I tell you what. I tell you what. Yeah, yeah. But I would say if you're hurting, and I mean I've worked in ministries for a good number of years, and you think that it doesn't happen if you're in a group of leaders in the faith, right? You think, oh, nothing's going to happen there. I tell you what, it happens. People have their issues, right? And we have to and the thing that I learned to do is I learned to actually be honest and begin to say to them, hey, I felt you were thinking this. Like to check and see, first of all, if what I was hurt about actually was really what was going on. Number
Mhm.
two, if I was hurt, they may not know you're hurt. And just walking away is just allowing that cycle to repeat itself at some point.
Mhm.
Sorry, I can hear myself echoing. Sorry about that. I'm getting loud. That's why.
That's fine.
I'm getting loud. Us Irish are loud.
You can put the picture back up. It's all right.
The Irish.
The Irish are loud. We're loud, loud, loud. I won't put you guys through that. I did a whole, as some of you who watched that broadcast know, I did a whole broadcast doing my fake Irish brogues.
Hmm. Yeah.
I can't believe I did that. All right. Yes, I can actually.
Actually, one or two times, I think I read when I did my Bible reading, I did it in a British accent and I did it in a Southern accent another time.
Oh wow. Oh wow.
But
Oh,
what's funny now is when I read the Bible now, whenever Jesus is speaking, all of his words, I read them like this, so that way you know this is a different person
thus
speaking. It's
saith the
Jesus.
Lord.
And then if it's a demonic person talking,
Huh.
We know who you are, Jesus, Son of God. Why did you come to a torment us before the time?
so we have a lot of fun with the with the Bible reading now.
I love it. I totally love it.
Yeah.
Yes, I am really coming
So,
into
kind
it
of touching
now.
back what Rick was saying. Yeah, we're
Hold
getting
on.
echo now. I don't know.
Yes, sorry, that's me, but
Yeah.
I'm turning down my
Okay.
headset earphones. Does that help?
Oh
If
yeah.
I heard
I'm not hearing it
Yeah, I
at
don't
all.
hear myself now.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Kind of
Now is
touching
it?
on what
It's
Rick was
better, I
saying.
think.
Yeah. Yeah. Am
Go
I
ahead,
chopping
Jason.
up or are you guys? Is it okay?
Yeah, go
All
ahead.
right. I'm just
Good
making
for me.
sure. So touching what Rick was saying about if you get I guess bullied or hurt at your work, you know, a lot of times it's using methods to confront the person. Number one, right? You would normally, at least I would confront the person if they're tell them to stop, right? But like when you same thing with your job, if you get to a point where you can't be there anymore, it's time to move on, right? It's time to go find another workplace to go work, or it's time to go find another church or something that more aligns with you. There's many chances, many different circumstances that make you want to go to another church, right? Maybe the church has stopped growing, and you're at a point where you need more spiritual, whatever it may be, right? You need to take that next level, and who knows, the church you're at may be staying back a little bit too much milk feeding, right? And not too much meat. So there's different reasons and things for doing that, but ultimately going to church, um, going in a physical building, hearing people sing, being with other people, praying with other people, those types of things are what, I don't know for you guys, but for me, when I'm there praying with other people or I'm there singing worship with everybody else, for me, it's I know we're not supposed to, you know, say it's experiential thing, right? Where we're experiencing it, but we are, right? It activates our spirit, right? You get energized, you get recharged, you know. Sunday church is the time for you to stop and think, hey, I need to focus on this and that and this and that, and maybe reflecting. And while you're listening to the word, maybe you're convicted with something the pastor says, right? You never know. and that is the point where I think what we're trying to make is that, you know, yes, online ministries are great, and you know we do it here. This is what we do every week, and you know we help for our own growth, right? This is why I do it. I read the Bible and I sing worship songs. I do all this stuff for my own growth, so I can get closer to the Lord. Keeps me obedient. I know that's why Rick does it too, right? You know, you read the Bible every day. You read it online. You read it. It helps you build that faith, right? And it's all faith building. And when it
Yeah,
comes to church, you know, certain things, it's just certain little things like someone can see that you're not feeling well, or someone can see that that you're something's going on with you. You know, you're upset about things. Whereas sometimes people hide things like that when they're on online or things like that. You know, don't get me wrong. There's some great assets and resources and people that are bringing great things to that, but we really have to keep ourselves in check to make sure that we're not, number one, following the same person, right? You know, we'll make sure we're not idolizing that pastor or that minister, and that we're able to bring ourselves in a place where we're getting fed from different sources. It's good, right? You know, it's healthy that way, and that way you get different aspects, different things. You know, for instance, for me, when I went to Rick's church is totally different than my church is. You know, the way they do things, the way things are, and you know what? I don't say it's right or wrong, right? It's not for me to say, but I got to experience that, and and those are the things that you wouldn't necessarily get just watching a stream or something.
yeah,
You know,
yeah.
By the
you,
way,
you
thank
what
you, Beth
your eye catches some
Hoover,
things.
for joining.
Yes,
Oh,
yeah,
thank you.
yeah.
And thanks for the hearts, Beth. She
Yeah,
had a few comments.
yeah, and Beth, we did mention that we understand that particularly with COVID, if you've got an elderly relative or you yourself, whatever, we understand there are times when when being in physical church is not possible. We totally understand that, and as everybody knows, I or most people might know that I've been staying away from church. Number one, because I have an elderly mother, 92, that I live with, and so I have to be extra careful about bringing anything home to her, as well as my own bodily issues are put me also at 68 in somewhat of a vulnerable position too. So, so
Mhm.
totally we get that. Completely do. And
Yeah, health
we're just
reasons or
we're
whatever it
just
may
want
be.
to encourage, just to understand what being church to one another really involves, what why that's important. One thing, Jason, while you were talking about what we get from it, suddenly I remembered. I said another thing that we don't think about, besides what we get ourselves from being in a present with others, is the opportunity that God might use us to encourage another person in that church to be available to
Right.
others. I mean, I started thinking about how many times I end up sitting next to someone who really needs a touch from the Lord, and the Lord uses me to encourage them, strengthen them, give them a word of wisdom, hope. So not only does it enable you to receive in another kind of a way, but it also enables the Lord to be able to use you to build up others. Yeah, right. It's always, yeah, it's better if you can in person, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
And then, there's other reasons too, like COVID is a reason. Me, it's not COVID, it's mom. I can't leave her alone. And to schlep her an hour back and forth, because my church is an hour away, and she can't get ready anyway. We had a 4:30 appointment a couple weeks ago, and I kept telling her all morning, hurry up, get ready, make sure you have your clothes ready, take a shower, da da da. And we were still late. I'm like, you've had all day long. So imagine trying to get her to go somewhere early in the morning. No, it's not happening. So But of course,
Yeah,
I
you have
still
to get up
watch
for
my
two
church
or three.
online. Like I said earlier, I still talk to people that are part of the church, so it's not like I'm completely disconnected. No, not at all. So, um, yeah, but you do the best you can in the circumstances that you're under. But if you can't physically go, yes, you really, really should. You really, really should, because it's just a different experience. You can hug people, you can reach out to people, you can have people like pray for you right there and then on the spot. I mean, yeah, you can do that with online ministry, but it's still not the same.
Mm-mm,
Um,
mm-mm.
it's just
It's
not the
not the
same.
same
And
when
we
you're
were,
touching someone's hand or
yeah,
hand on the shoulder or whatever. It's not. It's not.
exactly.
It's definitely. It's just a different feeling, right? Like
Mhm.
and
We were
it's
talking
not
about,
supposed to be about us, right?
yeah,
But it is. You know.
we were talking to Sister Becky about this the other day, and she brought up some really, really good points. She's like, when somebody in your family dies, is your online minister going to bury them for you? When you get married, are they going to fly out to you and marry you? Like, this is reality. It's just better to have somebody that you can locally go to, be part of. There's things that they can do that an online minister is just not going to be able to do.
Yeah.
And I used to hear people jokingly say, "Oh, you give all your tithes and offerings to TD Jakes. Oh, okay. So when you go to the hospital, he's going to visit you, right?" Nope.
Mm.
Yeah.
Nope.
No, I don't think TD Jake's gonna come. Or that other guy, Holmes or whatever his name is. Yeah, you remember that guy? I remember that guy. I haven't seen
Hey,
him
my
in a
best
while.
friend's in the building.
Yeah.
Pastor Corey is in the building. Everybody says it's a fine line to walk. I do agree. There are some
Oh,
circumstances that
Corey.
prevent from
Corey,
being in
Corey.
person at church, but if we can go to the grocery store, the gym, Walmart, Target, then we can be in church. Oh, there you go.
There's a point. That's a good point, Corey.
That's a
But there are people that they don't do
good
any of
point.
that either. They just have everything delivered.
Right. Which my mother and I, yeah, we do actually. We don't go to the grocery store. No.
Yeah,
Yet. Yet. Occasionally. So I
I
can't say
still do.
always.
I still do. But we
But
have
but I
done
will I
more
will
online
you know
of
what
late.
made me say, so you better start thinking about going back to physical church. I'm very honest, guys. I let it all hang out there, right? And honestly, I went to the movies the other day. Okay, I chose 1 o'clock on a midweek, right? I'm retired, so anyway, so and I'm sitting there. It was just me and a couple down in front, so it was like 3 people in the whole building. But I said, "So you're going to the movies, but you're not going to church?" Hold on, and I really, that's why I've been thinking about it. I said, "Wait, Sue, maybe it's time for
You
you to
felt that conviction.
reconsider getting back to real church, real church, real church."
Hmm.
So,
And there's no stopping anybody if you want to wear a mask. Wear a mask. That's
mhm,
still a thing. So
mhm.
if that makes you feel better, then go for it. Um, you know what? Let's take a brief intermission. Now there is one slight error on this thing that I made. I put
Oh,
Mama
there is.
Sue Monday through Friday by accident, but this is our broadcast schedule. I basically copied this mostly off of the website and I just put the schedule underneath it. But so for those that are interested, I broadcast every day. Weekdays at 6, Saturday usually between 11:30 and 12 at night. Sundays at 10. Mama Sue. Now here's the error part. Monday through Thursday, not
Thursday,
Friday.
Monday
I
through
messed it up. I
Thursday.
got to
Yeah,
fix that.
I have grown to covet my Fridays.
Yeah, yeah, no problem. So
So,
Mama Sue Monday through Friday, 8 o'clock, and then of course Jason Thursdays only at 9 p.m. Do you guys want to talk about what you basically do?
Sure, go ahead, sir.
sure. Mine is basically um, teachings that I find online on a particular subject. We're going through the book of Proverbs right now. I'm still in chapter 14. I'm virtually going one verse at a time, and then uh, from that verse, delving into a topic that relates in some way to that verse. And I always, on Facebook, I put notification about what the subject will be for that night usually. So,
Jason.
All right. So, um, yes, my broadcast radio show live jam. We basically it becomes more or less a worship time, right? Where we sing worship songs live on the Smule app, and we read a devotional and we do our Bible verse. We've been doing that since December 2nd, 2015. Thanks to Pastor Rick there, challenging me, and and it's been good. We start off Genesis 1:1. We're in Isaiah 25, I think. So we're getting there, getting close to getting through the Bible. Um, and yeah, that's what we do. We do that broadcast. It goes out to a bunch of different places, far more than probably I can even remember in my head where they go to. Facebook and apps and Twitch and Twitter and we're on TikTok live and trying to reach some people. Right, we're even on an app called Heckle, which I don't know how much it's working. But I go there anyways. People show up every once in a while and say hi. We're on Reddit as well, Reddit RPan, with the Reddit sessions because of the music. Um, and that has been proved. I've learned that people don't care about being cordial to you. So Reddit's kind of a tough little place to broadcast on, but the tough crowd, I guess you could say. But we still bring the worship to it, and every once in a while you get one person who says, "Hey, oh, this is great," and that's what it's about, right? That's what this one broadcast a week that I do is. I don't have a lot of time, so I dedicate one day to doing a broadcast and make it a long one. That way, it's people can come and go. I don't expect y'all to come. It's kind of late at night, anyways. But if you just wanted to come and whatever, request a song, or if you happen to be on the Smule app and you're singing some Christian songs or family friendly songs, let me know. We'll play your song. I play three pre-recorded songs during the broadcast as well. So it's just a good time to connect with people. I've got like five different chat screens open and watching, trying to watch all that stuff. Um, but that, that's what was laid on my heart to do. So it's what we do. Um, Hopefully in the future, I'll be able to have a little bit more time to do even more. But who knows? As the Lord tells me, right?
Yep.
Man, and you bring up a good point.
Yeah.
Just coming in to say hi is great. Not showing up
Yep.
at all, that kind of makes us feel bad. And, we're like, oh, do they even watch us? Or some people watch and they don't say anything, and we have no idea they're there.
Yeah.
We don't expect you to be there for the whole thing. We all have busy lives,
Yes.
trust me. But even just coming in and say, hey, just showing some love, maybe throw a heart. Thank you, Corey, for the hearts, by the way. Appreciate it. Um,
Thank you.
hey, Brian, Michael Bathurst in the building. My Brian, this is the way. What's up? So yeah, definitely. I'll go over my schedule, but Benita says I didn't go to church during the start of COVID for quite a while. Then I caught COVID at church, and then there's that. Um,
Mm.
oops, I have to scroll up now because it's disappearing from me. Oops, I went too far. Where'd it go? Ay, ay, ay. Come back, come back.
It's hard to read because
Didn't
it's
go.
like gray
Let's
on
see.
my screen.
Didn't go from this past November until 2 weeks ago, but I'm going to a different church right now, hoping to go back to my home church soon. Yeah. All right. Cool. 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 So yeah, okay. So I guess I gotta do my schedule. So, oh no, I said mine already, right? Yeah, I said mine
I don't
first,
know.
right? Didn't I?
I think you
Did
did.
I? Yeah, yeah.
I don't
I
Oh, I
know.
think
didn't
you
say
did.
what I do. That's what I. That's what I knew something was
How do you
different.
say what you
Right.
do? That's
Pretty much, Beth. So basically, what I do is, and I always say this, guys, in every relationship that requires some work. You just can't get married and just live in a house together and not talk to each other and not do anything for each other. That's gonna end in divorce real quick. Every relationship
hmm
requires work. So when you're a Christian, there's some work too. You got to build your relationship with God, and how do we do that? Well, there's some things we call the basics. Worship, sing to God. We read the Word, right? That's His love letter to us. We fellowship with other believers, right? We challenge each other. Iron sharpens iron, and all that stuff. And then, of course, we pray, right? We communicate and pray and believe for God to move on our behalf. Um, these are things that we need to do on a daily basis, and that's exactly what I do on every single broadcast. So that's pretty much why I do it, because I want the body of Christ to grow and not stay in diapers their whole lives, because there's a lot of 60-year-old Christians that are still in diapers, and that's just pathetic. I'm sorry. They are. It's just pathetic. Pathetic. Come on, y'all. Really?
I
And
know.
then they see these brand new teenagers that are on fire for Christ, and they're like, you're just too excited. Calm down. No, that's where you should be, but you're not because you're
Hmm.
lazy or whatever. But anyway, let's see. Looking at comments again. Da-da-da-da-da. Let's see. Prayers for healing. Amen. 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 But yeah, guys, you can still wear masks, right? No church is going to tell you not to come in with a mask. If you want to wear a mask, wear a mask. If that helps you feel safer, go to church and wear a mask.
That's it. Do your thing.
Yeah, exactly. But
I've got.
yeah. So we do online ministry, of course, like I said. So we're not a replacement for your church. We're not a replacement for
Yeah,
your local Bible believers, as we've already said.
yeah.
We're not going to come. We're not going to be able to come to visit you at the hospital. We're not going to
Unless you're in
come
Buffalo.
bury your.
Unless you
Huh?
live somewhat near. I have been known to go
Yeah.
visit the Crowells,
Yeah. Or if
which
you're far
Yeah.
that
away
was
and
a
you
Burlington
want to
couple
pay,
hours
Assistance.
actually. I
yeah,
went
if you want to pay for the
Bill
plane
in
ticket,
Atlanta.
hotel, then now we're talking. That's a whole different story.
Yeah,
I could
so
come visit you anywhere.
Exactly. I
yeah,
used to get a lot of people from India saying, "Oh, please come minister and evangelize to us." I'm like, I'm waiting for the plane ticket. What you think? I made
yeah,
that money?
yeah, Benita. Yeah, that's the hard. That's hard. Nobody should look at anybody funny if they choose to wear a mask, right?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
There's that reverse sort of like aren't you trusting Jesus? Like,
Hmm.
yeah. So
Listen, I
These are the same
trust in
type of people
Jesus,
that will say,
but
"Well,
nowhere in
why
the
don't you
Bible
just
does
believe
it say
God to
don't.
heal you?"
yeah. Oh
Hmm.
well.
I'm
We
like,
can
"Well, if you're
believe it.
really believing that way, then don't go to the doctor ever."
Yeah.
Right. Right.
Don't brush your teeth. Don't do none of that stuff because
Nope.
right.
Don't eat healthy. Just eat junk food, and
Yeah.
you'll
Yeah.
stay skinny. I'm sure.
I'm sure.
Oh dear.
There's a
Let's
point
see.
of taking care of your temple, right?
Hmm.
So, we try to do our best, of course.
Yeah, I was
That
amazed. One of the things that got me thinking also about going back, to physical church. And this just happened in the past week, so this isn't like, oh, I've been doing this for like months on it. No, I went once, to go see a movie. So,
hmm
but I was in the mall and like almost nobody, and this is like near New York City, guys. All right, almost nobody had masks on.
right.
Nobody, nobody. So anyway,
Well,
so
I, I
that's you know I'm glad to
I
see
don't get
that.
I didn't get to experience that not going to church during COVID. I was the tech guy, so I was
Oh
actually the
yeah.
guy that was in church the whole time. Like during
By
the
the way, thank
very
you. Go ahead. Go ahead. Finish.
oh, that's fine, Melanie, right? Yeah, thanks, Melanie.
Yeah, I was gonna say thank
Yeah,
you for the
we
hearts, and I wanted to say you guys can
thanks.
give hearts to them too. You don't have to only give them to me. You can give them to Sue. You can
Oh,
give them to Jason.
well,
Hello.
thanks. Yeah, that's fine. I'm okay with it too.
Yep.
Whatever.
What?
um, but yeah, the whole COVID time, even when it was deep into COVID, where no one, where it was
Oh,
lockdowns,
thank
right?
you, Mel.
We that's beautiful. Thank you. And so they yeah, I was at church. It was me and the pastor and one of the worship guys. It was three of us, and we would show up and we would stream church, right? Because that's what was called to do. There was even one point where we actually developed everything to get it all set up in case pastor got sick, or in case I got sick, or in case the worship guy got sick. We could do it all from our house, as it was crazy,
Mm.
you know. But but that's what we had to do, right? And now after COVID, I've actually taken a couple Sundays where I've actually stayed home and watched online because I feel I'm due a little bit, every once in a while, right? Um,
You know what,
plus
Benita?
being
Somebody else said that
competition
basically.
gymnastics, yeah.
What's
What's
that?
that?
So she said, our church feels that if you trust God, you shouldn't wear a mask. Well, Somebody else said that to Jesus. Well, why don't you throw yourself down from here because the angels won't let your foot dash the stones. And what did
Right.
Jesus say? Don't tempt the Lord your God.
Right. Don't
Right?
tempt
Again,
him.
we just said it. Then don't go to the doctor. Why
Yeah.
do you go to your annual checkup then? Just trust
Yeah.
God.
I'm
Yeah.
I'm
It's
pretty
stupid
sure it
thinking.
It
doesn't
comes down
say
to
in
what
the
is the
Ten
Lord telling
Commandments.
you. You know, it comes down to what is the Lord telling you. What do you feel He is asking you to do? You know,
Hmm.
and
Is
being a
one of
good
the commandments
steward
thou shalt
of your
not wear a
body in
mask?
whatever way that is. You know, whatever God's telling you. I mean, it's like where is it where Paul says something about if for you it's sin, then it is sin for you.
Hmm.
Mhm.
Um,
Exactly. Yeah. Be smart.
Yeah.
Exactly. God gave you a brain, y'all. Use your brain. And do what you
exercise
feel is right.
wisdom and obey God in whatever way He leads you. And for some,
Hmm.
that's one way, and I mean, there are certain things that are absolutely, the Bible is very, very clear, and you have to be obey the Lord in those things. But in some things, it's you know, what is God telling you? Take
Exactly.
care for yourself.
Exactly. Like I had to get new glasses. What was I
Hmm.
going to do? Keep suffering trying to read the Bible? I was literally like
Yeah.
grabbing
Does
my
that mean
Bible,
you're
being
not
like,
trusting God if you wear glasses, as we all
trying
do?
to find a spot. Where can I see? I don't have to do that anymore. Well, why didn't I just trust God? Come on, man. God also gives us a brain. We have tools and things available for us to do things in the natural. Do it. It's not a lack of faith.
Hmm.
You know.
Yep. Yep.
But anyway, a little off track. But yeah,
That's
guys.
okay.
Yeah, we can go on rabbit
Yeah,
trails.
we
It's our
we, we, we,
podcast. We
we,
can do
we
whatever we
we
want.
wandered a little.
Thanks.
Prone to
It's
wander,
okay.
Lord, I feel it.
Yeah. So
Wherever you
yeah,
lead.
basically, and there's people that are church hurt that they're church hurt, but they'll go find another church, and that's okay. If that's what you feel you need to do. But there's some people that are church hurt, and my mom is kind of one of them. They don't want anything to do with church, period, at all. And I think you're missing out. You're missing out on that. And Corey says, not everyone's faith will work the same, just like our decisions. Not everyone's decision will be the same yet. And Dean from YouTube says, Haps is demanding a phone number to log in. I cannot watch you on Haps without a login. Is there a way around that for people who do not want to give the number? Uh, I don't think there's a way around that. It used to be, but now they make you get a
Yeah.
number, and I think it's to prevent a lot of the trolls from coming in. But
Yeah,
yeah, I
that's
don't
Yeah.
think
one thing we don't have that much problem with on apps is
almost never.
trolls. Yeah,
Yeah.
almost never.
My
Occasionally, because we broadcast to YouTube, I'll get one of those weird, you know, click this link
yeah.
thing.
Hmm.
No, don't
My
ever
my
do that.
church we had to because we used to stream on Haps. We had to stop streaming on Haps for for now until we got to order a track phone in order to put it up by the booth in order to have a phone number to log into it. But a lot of the applications and things that we're all using nowadays are starting to do that two-factor authentication anyway. So it's probably time to do that anyways, right? To get a phone to be able to receive a text message for two-factor authentication to thwart more of the trolls and spammers and all the people that are causing trouble for us.
Yeah. And I
But
can't
yeah,
say I've
the
gotten
ministry here,
spam
this online, yeah,
since putting my phone number
no,
in. I've not really gotten spam, so I don't think it's a big problem. I can't
no,
worry
not
about
on here. It's always Twitch with its random, auto poster bot thing. Get more followers, you know, but
that. I mean on the
just ignore
phone.
those ones.
I'm not saying like I don't think I've gotten more
Oh,
spam on the phone since I put my phone number for logging apps. That hasn't
Yeah,
happened.
no, I haven't
oh
either.
no, no, not at all.
Mm-mm.
Mm-mm, no. In fact, it's written in there in their terms of service that they're not going to divulge your phone number to anybody. So it's only for verification for the text message, so I can text you back to do that. Guarantee that you're a person, right?
Hmm.
Yep.
It's just a way of proving identity. So, but yeah.
So yeah,
So
for those
getting
that
back
are
on our
just
subject here. Yeah. Go ahead.
Yeah, so
Sorry,
those that
Chris.
are just dead set against church at all, like I said, yeah, I really do think you're missing out. And I don't think watching online ministries is a replacement for being part of a local body of believers. It's not the same. It's not the same. I mean, again, if you have literally have no other choice, then okay, it's better than nothing. But if you can, then is it going to require work on your part? Yeah, because you're going to have to scout around. You're going to have to look around and talk to your friends. Where do they go? And you might have to go visit a few different churches and see, what are they about. Most churches today have websites. So go online, look and see if they have a website. What does the website look like? What are their beliefs? When do they meet? It's going to take some work, but it's worth it. It's worth it. Like I said, that contact that you have going to physical church is not the same as just online ministry. It's just not.
You'll get real mentoring, personal. I mean, that's the. I mean, okay, not everybody gets mentored, right? But but there's that opportunity that you're going to meet older, brothers and sisters in the Lord that can really contribute to your life in such a strong way, and you yourselves can contribute to others who are younger in the Lord than you are. There's always, there's so much benefit to it. I mean, for me, church is so much more about what I give out than what I get. For me, it's much more about being involved in ministering to others and giving out, you know, giving insights and so on. You know, that's also the support I get, and I've gotten a lot of support over the years. Yeah,
And one thing I've always said in the past too is, how are we going to know what your giftings are unless you're actually around people?
yeah,
You know, there's
yeah,
the
Exactly.
gift of
yeah,
encouragement.
yeah.
You need to be around people so they can be there to actually encourage them. I mean, you can do it online, but it's not the same. It's not the same.
No,
It's the same. Gift
no.
of serving.
You know,
Some people
one.
have the gift of serving. How are you going to figure that out if you're online?
Yeah, and being with others allow it allows them to be able to also bring correction into your life. If you stay
Mm,
isolated away from others, well, you may not like when people correct you, but on the other hand, if we just let ourselves, walk around with these, we may never see these problems, and we'll stay in the position we're in. God loves us as we are, but He calls us forward and into places of greater wholeness and greater freedom. And that only comes as we're willing to not only to learn and to grow from what's preached at us, but from the corrections of the loving correction of brothers and sisters in the Lord. If we're isolated and we're not connecting with each other, we're not going to have that opportunity.
mhm.
I
Yeah.
can tell
I
you,
mean,
I
like I
learned
said,
so much.
fellowship is important for me.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah. I tell you, one of the things that freaked me out when I first went to work on this college campus, like Christian college campus, was I realized my housing was going to be right in there with the people I worked with. I said, "Oh my gosh, I'm gonna live with these people and work with these people and go to church with these people." I'm like, where do I hide? Answer, nowhere. Nowhere.
Exactly.
But I'll tell you, it was scary at first, but then it was such a big, uh, just a big growth boost happened because I couldn't hide anymore. I had to be me all the time, and I had to really get honest and get real. And thankfully, I was in a safe environment where I could do that and where the Lord really used people. And I am forever grateful for the 9 years I spent at Elam Bible Institute on staff there and going to the school and everything else. Such an amazing experience.
You know what? Going back to something you said, there are some people that they just have this rebellious streak within them that God
Hmm.
needs
Oh,
to work
yes.
out. And that's one reason maybe why too they don't go to churches because they don't want anybody to tell them what to do. They don't want to be corrected.
That's right.
And
Yes,
God
and
needs to work that out of you.
yeah, it's absolutely true. I'm just, I know that there are people that go to the, and I go to a church of like about right now it's about 1,000 people. I've gone to a church that has 7,000 people. I've been, and been involved, with small groups and stuff like that, leadership and things, and you know, and it's true that sometimes the one that wants to hide, go to church, they're in a church, but they go to a church that's huge so they can sort of not be noticed. They kind of come in
Hmm.
and they go out. They come in and they go out. So they go to church, but they don't really fulfill the real meaning of Hebrews 10. Was it one right? Hebrews
Hmm.
10:24 and 25, which
Yep.
talks about the fellowshipping together. That's not just going to church and leaving in your car, going up back and forth. It's connecting. It's being in fellowship. It's getting to really know each other and really share your guts with one another and really share and really,
Jason,
yeah.
don't let your battery die, Jason. No.
Yeah, it's like it's like getting sucked down for some reason. It must be in the area I'm in.
Maybe.
Oh,
It's running LTE, so it's like using a lot of battery, and I'm getting choppy too. So I think the area is just no good.
Not for me. You're clear. You're
no,
totally
you're
clear.
clear to me too.
Yeah. But yeah, we've always, from the get go, always said
Always.
you really, really should be part of a local body of believers. This is not a replacement for going to church. It's really not. It's different. It's not the same. Again, bringing up Becky's points. Who's gonna bury you? Who's gonna visit you in the hospital? All these different things. Who's gonna,
Who's gonna bring
there's
you a
so many
meal
things
when
that
you're
we can
feeling
get.
not feeling good?
Yeah. And then some churches have like ministries where they will call you up every once in a while, check in on you. Like, dude, why my ministries do that? Not really. Maybe some. But let's see. Dean says, I found Jesus every day on Haps TV. Awesome. Yeah,
Praise
that's
God.
awesome. So, yeah. There's anointed people preaching scripture to viewers. Oh, he's making, what do you call that acronym? Is that what it is? His, HA?
Yes, that's right. An acronym. Yes.
That's very
Haps.
clever, Dean. Very good. Very good.
That is that's very clever.
I like that. I like that.
I have to screenshot that one.
Creative. Creative.
That is creative.
I have no idea where that. No one.
That's funny.
From YouTube. Okay.
That's funny.
That is funny. But yeah, people will give to ministries and give like all this, money. They'll go to church and give to online ministries.
Hmm.
Uh, I mean, if you have extra, but listen, like somebody, I was just talking to somebody today at my church, and they said, "Do you realize we have been in this building for 20 years, and the only renovation we've done is just the floors in the foyer. That's it."
Hmm.
So it's like, why? Because it takes money. Well, people got money to give to Benny Hinn, TD Jakes, Kenneth Copeland, Creflo Dollar. Oh, I'm name dropping. Sorry. Lots of money to give to them, but then your local church looks like crap.
Yeah.
Just
Or
saying.
they can't properly minister because they don't have enough funds to do that, right?
Yeah.
Churches
But you're
close up
helping these
because
other.
of that too.
Yeah. But you're helping these other guys buy their private jets.
The private jets and their Mercedes Benz and gold rings and gold teeth and whatever else. Like that one guy. I won't
Yep.
mention names because I can't remember his name. It's Holmes, I think.
Michael Bathurst says, "Show me the money." And remember,
But
guys,
give
the Bible
Oh
says the
Lord.
love of money is the root of all evil. Not
Yeah.
money,
Not money,
the
but the
love
love of it. That's
of
right.
money. Money takes on the characteristics of the person holding it.
right.
That's right.
If you're an evil person, then the money's going to be used for evil, most likely. If you're a good person, then hopefully it's going to be used for a good purpose.
Yeah. So
But
what are
money's
you
not evil.
using your money for? Hmm?
Do
Starting
you
up.
have money, or does your money have you?
Mm.
Mm.
These people that some of these people that are rich, man, they just want more and more and more. I'm like, bro, how many dollars do you need? Like, how many bathrooms in a house do you need? You can only sit on one toilet at a time. My God, got 10 cars in the garage. You can only drive one.
Well, listen, and when you've got three women in your house, that you would appreciate having more than one bathroom. I'm just saying. Just,
That's true.
I'm just telling you right now.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, you
That's
got you got three women. Absolutely, you do.
Hmm. Hmm. We won't say where I've had to go sometimes. You know,
I
it's
understand.
good. All I gotta say is good thing I live out in the country.
Well,
You know.
there's been times where I'm like,
Oh
Mom,
mercy.
are you almost done in there? She's like, Not
Oh,
really. I'm like, okay, I'll go upstairs. I'll go all the way upstairs just to use the bathroom. Oh my gosh.
My
yes.
battery's telling me 5%, so I'm probably gonna hop off. I know you guys probably got this handled anyways. So just
Yeah,
the
we only
rest of
got
the
a few minutes
scriptures.
left
Yeah,
anyway.
I think
Any
Yeah.
we're
before
near to
Jason's
wrapping
battery
up.
dies, any final thoughts, Jason?
My final thoughts are: get your butt in the church. If you gotta wear a mask, wear a mask. If somebody looks, listen to me. If someone's making funny looks at you with your mask on, grab a sharpie and draw like a sticky tongue out on your mask, and that's how it is. Listen,
There you go.
I'm
There you
being
go.
jokes, right? I'm just
I
making
know.
jokes,
I like them.
but yeah, you know, but
Make it.
yeah, definitely, get yourself to church, support your local church, get engaged with your, the ministries that are there. If you're a man, go to the men's ministry. A woman, go to the women's ministry. Get yourself plugged in, and that's how it is, right? Um, we're so blessed with these luxuries. I know, right? We're blessed to have one bathroom. There's some people out there who don't even have one. So you're right.
True. Very true.
Alrighty, I think my phone is on its way down. It's going.
All right, Jason, thank you so much for coming on. I appreciate you. Brother
All
Sev in
right.
the building. What's up?
Thanks,
Welcome, Brother
guys.
Sev. Everybody welcome Brother
Love
Sev.
you.
Woo!
I love you guys. It's gonna dry right now.
All right, Jason. Love you,
Oh
bro.
shoot.
Get you
Drop
next
it
time.
in.
Alrighty.
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you.
Thursdays, 9 p.m. Jason, don't
Thursdays.
forget
Thursdays
that.
at
9.
9.
That's right.
Oop,
And
there
there
he
he goes.
goes. And he is out of here. Jason
Benita
has
says,
left the building.
Benita says, I grew up in a house with my parents with five of us girls with one bathroom. Talk about fun. Oh my gosh.
Holy moly.
Oh my gosh. That must not have been fun at all.
Yeah. My mom and I, we're spoiled. I got my bathroom upstairs and she got hers downstairs. Oh boy.
Nice.
Yeah, we're
Nice.
pampered girls.
That's awesome. That's awesome. But yeah, guys, again, um, I don't know if I could put it better than Jason. Get your butt to church.
Get,
Find a
yeah.
church. There's churches everywhere, in every corner practically. There are churches all over the place. So just go take some work to find one. Again, talk to your friends. Talk to your
Mm,
coworkers that go to church. Where do you go? What's it like? It's gonna take a little work if you don't go,
yeah.
but you should really go to one. Really, seriously, it's gonna help. It's gonna benefit you. I actually was listening to a guy the other day that was saying that they did like polls and studies and all this stuff, and they said that people that go to church every Sunday, they're more peaceful in general, and all these benefits of just simply going to church. You know, get
Makes a
divorced less
difference.
often. It's a whole bunch of he listed a whole bunch of things. I should have wrote it down, but it's a beneficial thing. It really is. But anyway, anybody have any questions or comments out there in the chat land? Do you have to
Questions?
sign up for the bathroom time? That's funny.
I know.
TS
I
catch
know.
live. Yeah.
I'm guessing. I'm guessing they have to organize that for sure.
Hmm.
Hmm. Yeah.
I think too. I'm looking at your comment about my church doesn't require mass of the individual. Sometimes, in some cases, it's also the city that you're in. The
Right.
city may require that. The city
Yes.
in where my church is located, they were like one of the first ones to just drop it and say, no, we don't have to. But most other cities around them did. So it also depends on that too.
Yeah. It gets confusing for me because I live in New York State, but I go to church in Connecticut, so
Mhm.
I never know which end. So.
Yeah,
Connecticut's saying one thing, and I'm usually
exactly.
not privy to it, so
Yeah, yeah, exactly.
crazy,
But
crazy,
but yeah,
crazy.
guys. So hopefully you got something out of this. It really, yeah, midweek Bible studies are good too. Exactly, exactly. If you can
Yep,
go to
yep,
those, go to those. You know, another thing I miss being able to go to. But yeah, um, I hope you guys got something out of it, and I hope we encourage you to, if you don't go to a local body of believers, join up with them. See if you can find one. Talk to your friends, like I said,
yeah.
and find them.
Speaking of articles that I always read and stuff, I found one as we were going into this, and I'll post it on the Jesus Did It page. So if you want to read it, it lists all 18 different benefits to fellowshipping with one another, church.
Hmm.
Okay, and all the scriptures as well. I think there's like 25 or 30 scripture verses
Hmm.
attached to each one or something. Not to each one, but all together. So,
Yeah,
but anyway, I'll put it up because it would take forever if we ran through all those. So,
yeah, yeah. There's a bunch for sure. But you have kids services on Wednesdays, Benita says, and you always have your mask in your purse. Melanie says, just in case. Yeah, I
there
hear
you
you.
go.
I keep one in the car for just in case. Oh my gosh, are you that person? I was so many times that person where got out of my car, walked to the store, da 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 da. Oh darn it, I forgot my mask. I gotta go all the way back to the car. It's times I did that. Oh, so
Yeah, I only did that once or twice, but
annoying.
anyway, I'm hyper masker. Sorry.
Yeah, we have to put that out.
Anyway.
So thank you guys for coming. I appreciate you guys. Like I said, hope you guys got something out of it. Hit us up if you have questions later on. No
Yep.
problem. We do this every month, usually the last Saturday of the month, usually early afternoon at some point, and we do a different topic every single month.
Every
Benita
month.
says I keep one in my coat pocket and purse. Yeah, better
Yeah.
safe than sorry, right? Just in case you
And
need it.
if you guys want to hear us talk about a particular topic you haven't heard
Hmm.
us address, go ahead and shoot it out there, and we'll discuss it among ourselves, and
Hmm.
maybe you'll hear us talk about your topic
Yeah,
next time.
yeah,
So
yeah,
we're
most
always
definitely.
looking for ideas. Let me tell you, we're
Yeah,
like, what
you
can
know.
we talk about this month? Oh my gosh!
Hmm.
So
And
please,
if not the
please
next
feel
time, then
free
it could be the next.
to tell us. Okay.
Yeah, exactly.
All
So
right.
awesome, awesome. We appreciate you guys. Thanks for coming in. Thanks for all the comments. Thanks for all the hearts, you guys, you generous ones. Thank you so much. Tired of wearing them just like everybody. Oh, I know, Benita. We're
Yeah.
all beyond
Yeah.
tired of it. It's like, are we done yet? I think we're done.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Oh,
But yeah,
okay.
guys, thanks for coming. Thanks for the comments. Thanks for the hearts. Appreciate you guys coming in, taking an hour out of your Saturday to join in with us. Appreciate you. And again, hope you got something out of it. And hope we encourage you to go to church, support your local church. Yeah, and we're not saying not to watch online ministries. Again, we are online ministries, so that's the last thing we're saying. But
Yeah.
you should also try to find a local believer, a local
Yeah.
body of
We
believers
just
out
want to
there.
make sure you're taken care of. We want people that are loving you in the flesh with both hands, right? We want Jesus with skin on for you guys.
Exactly. Oh, Melanie, that's actually not a bad point. I've seen people do that. Maybe go to another church for a midweek service and try it at another church. Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. Some people do
Yeah.
that. They go to one church on Sunday and they go to another church on Wednesdays. Yeah. Hey, Jerry is on Facebook. What's up? Oh, no problem, Jerry. Our pleasure. Our pleasure. So yeah, guys, if you just got here, check out the replay. We said we're gonna do our best to keep this to an hour, and it's an hour. So we're gonna
All
let y'all
righty.
go and have a good night. I'll see you if you're still awake late at night tonight. I go to bed really late, and that's when I do my broadcast right before I go to bed usually. Um, and yeah, tomorrow at Sunday on Sunday at 10 o'clock I'll be back, and then Mama Sue will be back Monday 8 o'clock, Lord willing. I'll be back 6 on Monday, Lord willing.
Yep.
We're doing that now, but on Sundays, going to Sunday school class. Oh, okay, Benita. Awesome, awesome,
All right.
awesome.
All
Praise
right.
God.
Okay.
So you
Love you
guys
guys.
have a blessed night.
See you,
We'll catch
Rick.
y'all next time. See ya.
See
Bye,
ya.
Mama Sue. Bye,
Bye
everybody.
bye.
Thanks for
Bye
coming.
bye.
See you
All
next
right.
time.
Take care. Bye
See ya.
bye.
No problem, Jerry. See ya.